They were telling me a story about how they had this experience where they went to a place where they felt that everybody was treated one way and they were not. And then they went back the next time, and they were upset. They were just freaking not happy about it. They were upset. So the next day they went back to that same establishment, and it happened again. Every single person was treated this way and was not treated well again. So the family member was telling me the experience of how it made them feel, and I was like, this is perfect for my, I wanted to share it. This is perfect, but this was in real time experience. I said, okay, I've heard your story. I understand what you're saying. I know where you're coming from. I feel you. Could you please tell me in what way, how did that make you feel? And then they explained it, described it, and I said, when was another time that you felt that way? And instantly, they brought back a story from childhood where they dressed differently than everyone else because they didn't have as much money as everyone else. So they were wearing clothes that was not in keeping with the fashion of the time. They were wearing older clothes, and they felt like they stood out like a sore thumb. They felt that the materialistic items that they had, the worthiness that they had, that's the best word to use. The worthiness they had was diminished because they stood out and they didn't feel respected and loved. Ultimately, in what way am I not loving myself? How am I not getting the love from other people? They didn't feel like they were getting the love. So that was the root cause. The family member identified the root cause. And it was happening in real time, right now. Many years later after that happened, but there were two examples, and those were the root cause. And I said, let's have you sit with that feeling a little bit more. And I said, imagine you loving that version of yourself and forgiving and loving and hugging that version. So just imagine that version of yourself and just see them in your mind's eye and just say, I love you so much. I understand what you went through. But you don't have to feel that way anymore. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's okay. You can let that go. I see you. I love you. Thank you for that gift. Because you went through that experience, I am who I am today, and I love who I am today. Thank you so very much for going through that experience. I know it was uncomfortable at the time, but that experience allowed me to become the very best version of me who you see and feel today. Because there is no time, you're actually healing that version of yourself right now.